What's up guys, Duarte here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and today we are going to take a look at the new challenges that we have on the game. They were just released, and we are going to take a look at the gold first, then we are going to take a look at the Blitz, Raid, Medical Supply Run I guess. And we'll take a look at the challenge number 13, then we'll take a look at the challenge 14 in another video, and the same goes for the Medical Supply, and then I will update the training. I think I didn't do the last one, and then we'll take a look at all the other ones. But before that, I want to say thanks to everyone who has subscribed recently. We reached 5,600 subscribers. Let's see if we can reach 6,000 by the end of the month. I don't think so, but it would be nice for my birthday. And I hope you guys check out the playlist for the best ISO 8 for each of the teams that we have in the game. And in those videos, make sure you leave a comment on which team you want to see next. Okay, so let's take a look at the challenge Gold Rush. And of course, these challenges are very important. They are a good supply of gold and also gold orbs. And we need all that gold that we can get so we can buy gear, level up our characters and so on. So for this specific challenge, we can only take city characters, and it's recommended that you are at level 76, even that is not possible right now. Gear tier 14 or above, and red stars 4 or above. Now I think this is super inflated. I think you can do it with less than that, but it also depends on the strategy that you use. But we'll go through that and which characters we have to kill first in order to do this as easily as possible. So as you can see, with the city characters, we have a combination of characters. We have symbiotes, we have Sinister Six, we have Spider-Verse, we have Defenders, we have more Sinister Six, and we have Mercenaries. So a lot of good characters, and what you want to focus on is characters that you need in other game modes. So characters like symbiotes that you use for Dark Dimension 3, that you use for raids, and that now you can also use for these events. You should focus all your resources in these characters, because as you can see, their value goes in the long run. And not only we are doing Ultimo 7 and Greek raids and everything with those characters, now we are also doing the new challenges with those. And the characters that I feel that are most important, not only the symbiotes, but Dr. Octopus, you should really focus on unlocking him, because he's a very powerful support character, and he also has an extra decoy that does damage but also absorbs damage, and he has a decent utility that paired with the symbiotes can make an interesting combination. Okay, so now we are going to take a look at the video I did and see which characters I attacked first to make sure we win as easy as possible. Okay, so here we are. I was checking out which characters we can use, and I was not really sure which characters to take, but it would make sense for the symbiotes. And this was first try, first kill, so I didn't know any of the enemies that we were facing. I was completely blinded going to this, so you can imagine that some things didn't went as well as they could be. And also the ISO 8s, I didn't really pay attention to them. I just took characters that I felt they were decent. I was not sure if I was going to take a Vulture or not. Vulture is a very powerful character, but he's kind of squishy. We have the support from Doc Ock, but maybe Ghost Rider would have been a better option, just because he applies way more bleeds. And the utility from Vulture applying slow and turn rewind, it doesn't reflect too much here, so it would be better to take a beefier character. So surprise surprise, we face Black Bolt and Asgardians, and also Symbiote Spider-Man. So many characters that you need to be careful with. I decided to focus on Black Bolt because he is in the middle, and we can then spread the bleeds for the other characters. So Symbiote Spider-Man does his special, no problem. We do our special, it does tons of damage, extends the bleeds on Black Bolt, then we spread them. Venom with the ISO 8 strike applied more bleeds, but as you saw, it was enough to get rid of him. Now with Carnage, I tried to spread, but she has the counters, Sif, so we can't do it. And now we can turn rewind or do basic. I decided to go for the basic, it would be a waste. Then you want to focus on Symbiote Spider-Man. You don't want him to apply slow to your characters, so make sure you focus on that. Slow is the biggest enemy against the symbiotes, so make sure you stun the characters that can do that. Now with Dr. Octopus, there was no reason to use his ultimate, so just save it. Venom double tapping Symbiote Spider-Man, applying double bleeds. And with Mysterio, you want to kill him, but he's going to spawn his minions or shadows or mirror images or something like that. But you don't want to kill them, you want to use them to get as much speed as possible whenever you need it. So in this case it was okay, there was no characters left. I was trying to get as much characters as possible so I don't have to waste. We tried to remove the buffs from Sif, it was not perfect. And now you want to focus on Loki so he doesn't mind controls you and kills you. So with the Dr. Octopus, he slows for 2 turns, so it's very good to do that to characters that are dangerous. Sif is not that dangerous, but Loki definitely is. You don't want him to do the mind control, that's why I got rid of him. Now we extend those bleeds and defense down, just in case we can spread them for the next characters, in case they drop. But as you see, this wave comes very slowly, and then we have Magneto and Emma Frost. You want to stun Magneto as fast as possible. Then we finally use the Dr. Octopus ultimate to extend that stun. So now Magneto has 2 turns stun, and we want to focus on X-23 because we don't want her to ability block us, just in case he does something funny. Then we want to focus on Emma Frost. She's the slowest character. She's not the slowest, she's the character that can apply slow to us, and once again, slow is the biggest enemy for the symbiotes, so we don't want any of that. We get rid of Magneto, Emma Frost should die with the bleeds, and the other characters were low enough that we could attack them and get them below 25%, and that would give us extra speed. And it's also nice to use Vulture with the symbiotes, even that is not the best option because it's kind of squishy, because whenever you kill an enemy he gets as well turn meter, so it was a good combination. I'm not sure if it was the best combination, but it was the way I approached it. And all of these characters are useful on Dark Dimension 3. They also have their use in the Greek raids, and they also have their use on Ultimo 7. So whichever way you do, they are good investments. And Vulture is also useful for unlocking the Invisible Woman and Shuri. You don't need to have him as high as the one I have. 7 yellow stars and 4 or 3 red stars is just fine, and gear tier 12 is just fine. Maybe for this challenge you need a little bit higher, but I would not focus on these characters as a priority. Maybe Ghost Rider would be a little bit better just because he's beefier, and we need to have all characters alive, the 5 characters alive, in order to 3-star this challenge. So that's going to be the video, guys, the first video on the Gold Rush update on the tier 13. As you saw, quite easy, we just have to focus on the symbiotes, and as you saw, the Dr. Octopus is a very important character. He gives good sustain, but in case you don't have Dr. Octopus, you can still take Vulture, it's fine, but if you feel that you really need something more consistent, you can go full Spider-Verse, or you can go with the symbiotes, the 3 that we have available right now, and take Jessica Jones and Iron Fist. You can also take Merc Lieutenant. Just make sure that if you take, for example, Merc Riot Guard, you don't taunt with him, even that it's kind of lame. And you can always take Miss Marvel if you have her at a decent gear, but once again, if you focus on the symbiotes and focus on Spider-Verse characters, they always have that extra heal, and thanks to the symbiotes, getting all that turn meter is not like it's going to be very important. But once again, you have a few other stars in the sky. You have Squirrel Girl that will be very important, and if you have Scream at a decent amount of gear, she will be very important as well, because you'll get very high speed up. Even that her other effects are just okay. As you saw, we could finish all the enemies way before they had any chance of attacking us. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you know what to do. You smash that like button like a boss. Make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow's video, where we'll do the gear tier 14 for the Gold Rush, and soon after this video I will upload the other one with the medical supplies, also the tier 13, and tomorrow we will also do a double upload with the medical supplies gear tier 14. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Make sure you check out the playlist with the best ISO for each of those teams, and make sure you leave your suggestions for the next team that is still not on that list. If you found the information on this video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook. If you're new to my channel, I hope you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.